Close your eyes and picture this. The year is 1996. The cost of a new home was $118,000. The average income was $36,000, and the minimum wage was just raised to $5.15 per hour. DVDs were just launched in Japan, and Internet Explorer 3 was just released. Popular musicians included Spice Girls, Snoop Dogg, Madonna, Marilyn Manson, and Foo Fighters. On July 5th, a sheep became the first mammal to successfully be cloned, and 26 days later, baby Shauna arrived. I'm Shauna McCracken, and this is my literacy journey. Growing up, my dad would always read to my sister Brianna and I. Harry Potter was a fan favorite. It didn't matter if Brianna and I were reorganizing our Beanie Babies on the floor. My dad would not stop reading since he knew how important it was for us to be constantly read to. I was really lucky to have such a hands-on dad who pushed his love for reading onto his daughters. When my dad was growing up, he came from a low-income household, but every Christmas Eve, my grandma made sure that him and his siblings would unwrap at least a book. This tradition trickled into our family and still remains to this day. Fast forward 20 years, and I still am surrounded by an amazing support team as I enter my first year at McMaster University. Still a baby, I walked into my first English class and was super excited to see where university would take me. After spending about half hour talking about Shakespeare and realizing I didn't understand a word that he was saying, I soon found out university English was probably not the path I was going to take. I still passed the class with a 60 though. I took a communications class as an elective and shortly figured out that I really enjoyed freestyle writing. I submitted an assignment on the advancements of technologies and my take on how technology is impacting society, and it was published in the Hamilton Spectator. Thanks, Dad, for framing this and always bringing it up to random people that we meet. Fast forward 6 more years, and here we are. I have 2 nieces and a nephew who grew up extremely different than I did. I spend so much time with them, and one of the many things we do together is read. My niece Nora, who's in grade 2 now, has had a rough experience with reading, and this has resulted in low confidence. However, with us constantly pushing her and me trying to bring her to the library as much as I can, she has climbed her way up and is 4 levels ahead of where she should be. Owen and Jade are in their first year of school, and I still absolutely love reading with them and listening to them read to me. Even if that means looking at a picture of a teddy bear, looking at the word, and then they say, penguins.
My favorite thing to do is read with my Zia Shauna.
I love reading with my Zia Shauna.
Okay, I was reading with my Zia.
So, where am I now? Well, my love for reading and writing remains the same, but I definitely struggle with my confidence and competence of teaching reading. I find teaching students how to read one of the most difficult skills to acquire. Having my first placement in kindergarten was certainly rewarding, but I realized I have a lot to learn about how to teach, and I have to continuously educate myself on these strategies so I can effectively teach my future students in order to foster a love for reading and literacy. Close your eyes and picture this. The year is 2020. The cost of a new house is $729,000. The average income is $51,000, and minimum wage has been raised to $14 an hour. 2/3 of the world's illiterate population are women. In the US, 2 babies born each minute will grow up to be illiterate. An estimated 2/3 of students who are unable to read with proficiency by the end of grade 4 will end up on welfare or in jail. The year is 2020. 12% of the world's population are considered illiterate, and it is up to us to make a change.